Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress, and this is your weekly reading and love message from your person. So we have 3 piles here. Pile 1 is Ariel and Eric, pile 2 is Cherry and Flynn, and pile 3 is Aurora and Philip. So choose your pile and you can use the images to attract you, the numbers to attract you, timestamps to attract you, or just simply let your heart be your guide. Follow your spirit, follow your heart, and let's go ahead and breathe so we can get into a nice zone. So take a deep breath in through your nose. Close your eyes, release your breath through your mouth. Now open your eyes and let them drift to the pile that's meant for you. Pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3. Let's begin. And you picked pile number 1. So to get a little energy basis on who we're talking about, what we're talking about, let's get a little bit of my Disney Princess Lenormand. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, there's a lot coming out here. So we have chat. We have text message coming up. We have sleuth, which could be like trying to figure out, what each other are thinking, or they're like spying on you. There could be a trip in the future, some fun and leisure. You're the damsel, and it's not that you're in distress, it's that you're being very feminine and in your divine feminine energy. There's high hopes here and high self-esteem. Oh my goodness, this is a really good. So I didn't expect to get this many, but I'm just going to put this here, and so we can refer back to that to see what else about your person. So I also have my Cherry Enchantress my Cherry Enchantress Lenormand. Okay, this is the Disney one that I made, the Disney Princess one. Let's see if we can get any more information. I am going to give you lots of cards. Okay, this kind of goes with the sleuth. So I think this person is like some kind of detective. Somebody that's could be a secret admirer, somebody who's watching you and you don't know who this could be. So let's try to get a little bit more information. Now I'm going to use my old school deck, the one that was holographic on top. It has older images, so just felt like it this time. Ooh, the devil. So it could be a Capricorn, somebody who's lusty. The Tower, somebody who shakes you up, makes you feel discombobulated, somebody. And I don't think it doesn't have to be a bad thing. I'm just saying it's like you've been through a lot with this person, it feels like, but somehow there's an excitement there that you just, I don't know, you just can't let go of that. Or, maybe you're trying to, maybe they're coming back, but you're here because this is a person that you're interested in, a person of interest, okay? It could be somebody in the future too. Let's see, what is the forecast with my fairy forecast deck here. Okay. Oh, nice. A fated meeting. And maybe around Halloween. But Samhain is, a very mysterious, exciting time of the year. It feels like, it could be, if it has to do with the person, it could be that their energy is very Halloween-y, your fairy blood will sing at this time, and you have great insights into your ancestry, even your own fairy bloodline. And it's also this kind of blood is, there's a blood close to the surface, or close to your skin, that kind of vampire energy. But the fated mating is, it represents a dream that I had that was really beautiful, of Big Bend and flying around, and the scenery changing from spring and winter into spring. So it could be later this year something happens, but maybe winter is like the beginning of something. So this image is a couple lifted up by a carriage flying around Big Bend, and it symbolizes the beautiful dream coming to reality, divine timing, and it's finally here, and you've manifested it into reality. So I'm feeling like, you know, this other card too, like a text message, high hopes, leisure, chat. It's all like, I think there's, yeah, it just seems like at the very least you may be taking a trip, or you may be at the very least be able to communicate with this person in a level that you haven't before. All right, so now let's get into some messages with the Love Tarot. All right, we have, oh no, you hurt me. Everything that happened hurt me so much. I need more time to heal. Well, maybe that's what was going on with you or with him. Maybe there was a hurt energy that's healed finally, because it feels like the divine timing is here, and the hurt has passed. Ooh, there's a possessive energy. You're mine. I get so pissed knowing I can have you now. Is it toxic? Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. I want the world to know you're mine. Wow. And they're single. Maybe they weren't single before. I'm single right now. I'm not attached to anyone and not looking to get into a relationship at this time. So, all right, but maybe maybe they're single and they're saying yes. They want to get into a relationship, but they're saying that they're not, but maybe eventually. But there's this good, like, free energy with them. And you know, I feel like it's a very sexy energy, so I'm going to get something sexy to start off with here. Let's get a little lover's intimate notes here. I want to drown in your love. Well, that's very romantic. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You know what? I'm going to get another deck. Taste of honey. You're beautiful exactly the way you are. Yes, I really do love you. Oh, that's nice. All right, so what are they not telling you? Let's get some unspoken messages. Ooh, I've had premonitions of our past lives together. Interesting. Don't mistake divine timing with ego's timing. That's good. So, yeah, there is a very strong divine timing happening here. And there's a little bit of hurt that has been still needs to work out or is being worked out, and the healing happening, and somebody is available again, but there's like this kind of slow transitioning back into opening their hearts up again. Okay, so let's see what else they might have to say with some love lyrics. Enchanted kiss, anyone? Let's get acquainted and lose those blues. Let's go, time's a wasting. I don't want to be a fool for you. It's a little tricky, right? It's like, oh yes, I want you, I want to be with you, but I don't want, like they have this fear that maybe you're somebody, belong to somebody else, or that you're going to leave them for somebody else, or that they're going to have to compete and then they'll lose. You know, they don't want to have to deal with that. Let's get a little more. Enchanted embrace, hugs and kisses. We have, I know you have options, why me? So that's their fears, I think. Our mental synchronization can happen when in explanation. You and I were just meant to be. That's the positive aspect of their thinking. They know you belong together, that you have a synchronization, that you're the right for each other, but they have like their fears. Now that I see you, everything is different. Now that I see you. And that's the Tangled song. So it's a mix of things, but I feel like it's a positive, there's a positive movement towards healing and coming together with this person. Let's top it off with something sweet from Divine Love Messages number 3. Mostly sweet messages in this deck. I wish that I could hold you in my arms. Yes. I've waited lifetimes to find you. You deserve the world, honey. And there could be another aspect to, like, maybe they have, you know, worth issues and they feel like you deserve more than they can give you. But you know how it is. Let's see what's coming up next in your love life. That's what I call this deck. It can be kind of like about anything, but what's coming up next? I have a lot of decks out here now. Oh, that's good. And this came out. In the February reading in one of those piles. So you might be connected to that pile that this came out in. I feel like it, well, I'm not going to tell you which pile, but I know a lot of my Sparkles of Light chose this pile. So actions speak louder than words. And, you know, that's all, you know, it's right. It's all well and good for them to say something, but when they actually do something, then you'll feel a bit of relief. And I think that's the conundrum here. You want them to actually do something. They fear doing something for either being rejected or it not working out, and so then nothing happens. Well, look, we got date night on the bottom. I just want to see, how do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? You, themselves, or the situation, relationship. / Until we know, until I can say for sure you're in a relationship, I just call it a situationship. But that's not meant to be derogatory. Ooh, they're impressed by you. Ooh, yes. And there's a mental synchronization. I love this feeling, how you finish my sentences and anticipate my thoughts. So you're definitely psychically connected, you know. They're in tune with each other. Let's see what the charms have to say. These are my Disney charms mixed with baby stuff. All right, and you have Aladdin here. You've got, oh wow, nice. You've got Jack and Sally. So Jack and Sally, look up Nightmare Before Christmas if you don't already know what their story is, but it's a very full circle story for them, so that's good. And then you have Tinkerbell here. There's a lot of characters here. You could find yourself in any one of them, but Tinkerbell could literally just represent magic and pixie dust, and entering the room with love with Belle, and the Little Mermaid representing speaking your voice, and Aladdin here realizing his self-worth, that he doesn't have to be some kind of king or prince, that he's fine just the way he is. And then we have mushrooms. I don't know what the mushroom means. You tell me. Nature and natural things, but also sometimes getting dressed up and going dancing and doing something fun. Alrighty, well, I hope you like that. I'm going to go on to the next pile, and you can also join me and look at all of them if you want to, and see what messages you resonate with most in all 3 piles. And don't forget to like and subscribe and become a member if you're interested. And thank you so much, those of you who are returning subscribers. I appreciate you so much. And you picked pile number 2. Okay, and so let's get a little energy vibe from who this is, or what is this about. First, start off with the Disney Princess, Lenormand. Oh, nice. A transformation is happening. Now, pile number 1 had like 10 cards come out. So I feel like the power in the punch, there's power in this punch. There's power in just this one word, transformation. So something very amazing is happening, but I am still going to get you another one. Ooh, an engagement. Very nice. I feel like I need one more. And family. Something having to do with family is important here. Could be a family engagement, but it could be that you're going to announce something in front of family, or they are. It could also just be an up-level, upgrading of things, and the family is just very important in the whole picture. So let's see some more. I'm using my old school tarot deck, Enchanted Romance, with the different pictures and the holographic surface. I don't think this is in print anymore. So if you have this version, remember it's rare. It's a rare version of this deck. Ooh, King of Swords. So air signs out there, possibly. Mature man. Intelligent. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Authoritative. They could be soldiers, or they could have been wounded at some point. If you're carrying over from pile 1, it could have been like they may still be sore for something that happened, feel bad about something that happened. But I feel like in this case, it seems a little bit the other way around, like they were the ones that did something. Instead of, I felt in pile 1, it was more the feminine hurt the masculine, or maybe it was a perceived hurt, right? And here we have the masculine is sort of saying, I'm sorry for any hurts that have happened between us. I'm constantly having to fix this lighting here. Okay, we have the Page of Cups. So the family could be a young boy, a water sign boy. I call him the blue boy. But also it could be the wound could be a childhood wound. Oh, and the Three of Cups represents a rendezvous. So coming together, visiting, having a special private time together possibly is in the offing, in the works here for the two of you. Let's find out a little bit more with the Cherry Enchantress Lenormand, which is me. Hello, I'm Cherry Enchantress, the romantic fairy, in case you didn't notice. Oh, all right, you've got the key. The key opens doors. It allows access. He's holding it real close to his heart, so it feels like it's kind of like he's saying, "I'm available now to you. I'm opening my heart to you. it's almost too like, this is like, I hope you forgive me. The way I behaved was like a childish. I'm learning more, and things are becoming open, and I'm starting to figure it out. I realize that's multi-focus just makes the camera go all over the place, so let's just do it this way. All right, and then you have hope, the stars, and it also looks like a proposal right there. See, under the stars, it's just feels like very romantic, very hopeful, like renewed energy, peaceful, calm, relating to astrology, maybe to something having to do with the stars. Also, like for example, this month, February, Valentine's Day is going to be a very romantic day because of the stars are set up nicely for that day. Oh, and then we got the child again. So now there's two ways to look at the child. The child can be this feeling of wonder and excitement and learning things and seeing the world as a wonderful place. And it can also be being childish, being pouty, being sullen. But you know what? This could be like a brother and sister too, like children. The Prince of Cups could also be like an indigo child, you know, somebody who has amazing talents, but sometimes they act out because they don't really know how to express themselves. But yeah, I feel like it's it's transitioning this child energy into the positive of it, like finding wonder and excitement and joy in life. And then we also have the castle, the tower. And in the Lenormand, the tower is a good card. It's about bureaucracy and paperwork and things like that. But, you know, it can also be about tall people. It can be about destinations you're going to, like Disney World. It could be, oh, I want to go to Disney World. I've never been. My son has gone. My other two kids have never gone. Maybe I'll go with my daughter someday. My sister went a lot. Well, not a lot, maybe 2 or 3 times. And she took my son once, but I've always wanted to go. But yeah, this could represent, you know, like the happily ever after. I see that in the charms when the castle comes out. To me, that's the happily ever after of a situation. All right, well, so let's see. Let's see what your immediate future looks like with the fairy forecast cards. You can get these also on my website. Well, not my website, my store, my playing card store. What's this one? Look at that, you got the faded meeting too. So it feels like, yeah, like this is my dream. And in this faded meeting, love awakens, and it's actually the feminine who wakes up the masculine. So it's like Sleeping Beauty in reverse, and everyone is safe and sound. You know, nobody will suffer, nobody will be harmed, everyone will be fine. Also, what's cute about this, I'll take them one at a time, okay, and explain to you with my handy dandy booklet that I made as well to go with this. So the Love Awakens card is the divine masculine is waking up with your help or with the feminine's great help and example. And this shows a kind of Sleeping Beauty fairy tale in reverse where the hero is feminine and she helps the masculine to wake up to his new self. The faded meeting represents a dream that I had where there's this beautiful woman. It looked like when I was dreaming it, I had blonde hair, okay? So I didn't think it represented me. But there was a girl in the dream with long black hair, and and I had been reading a book about dreams and how to go back into your dream and have conscious dreaming and ask questions so your dream can explain to you what's going on. So I go into the dream, and it says one of the things that you can do is go to a mirror or some kind of reflective surface so you can see yourself. And so I'm like in this marble halls, beautiful, like it looked like a castle. And I walk over to this kind of reflective, it looked like a tray hanging on the wall. And I look at this and I see myself with long black hair. And then the scene kind of changes, and I'm like having a sense of expectation. And outside there is a sled, because it's snowing, a sled and horses, and a young man in the sled waiting for me. So I go into the sled, and then we ride down this pathway, really beautiful, snowing, and then the snow and the trees turn colors, and so the scenery changes and it changes and it changes, and then the sled becomes a carriage, and then we get close to this city, and the carriage the horses start to clump on cobblestone, and then suddenly the carriage lifts and the horses lift up and start to fly, and then I see Big Ben like out of the corner of my eye as we fly in a spiral, which I kind of see symbolically as ascension, right? And then there's bubbles everywhere. Now, this dream, like I recorded it right in my book, in my dream book, so I would never forget it. And I repeated it, and I made this card so I would always remember this dream. It's one of my favorite dreams of all time. And then at that time I was married and had kids, and I didn't like really have any particular thought of twin flames or another kind of love or anything, but I knew in my mind that there's such a thing. At least I always dreamt of there being this kind of really high divine love at the time, but I didn't know anything about it back then. So it's kind of interesting. All right, and then the next card is safe. And so basically this is kind of like you're just safe with your person. Within each other's arms, you are safe and no harm will come to you. And this could represent like also fake fear. Like you see the little mouse. I mean, he's pretty harmless. He's cute and kind of big for a mouse because you're a fairy, but doesn't look like he looks more like he wants to play than he wants to harm you. But this could also be like a fake fear. So that, you know how when you're in the movie theater and you're watching a movie and you're scared and you hold somebody's hand, I mean, you may be actually scared, and then the holding hands is a way to connect with somebody, like in the olden days when everybody was innocent. Now it's like, well, just making out in the theater, I don't know. But this is kind of like that fake fear, so that someone special will hold your hand and comfort you. So sometimes we do that, maybe a little bit of, oh, can you protect me? But it's also about facing fears and thrills together, and even like watching sci-fi movies or horror movies together. And this mouse isn't really scary, but it may have startled you. So you also test, who of you are the braver one, right? As far as meeting and coming together and moving forward in your love life, a lot has to do with courage and who is brave around here. So now let's get into some messages. What does your person want to say to you? I'm going to set up this a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Number 1 is very spicy. Let's see if we get anything spicy in this one. And little sadsies too. Let's see. Oh, emotional intimacy. I'm afraid to truly open up to you. Being raw and authentic with my emotions is something I'm still working on. Well, that's good to explain. Missing you. I miss you. I wish things were different. You're so smart. Your intellect really turns me on. You're so smart and I really enjoy your conversations. That's sweet. And I feel that way. Like, I am sapiosexual. I need somebody who I can have mental stimulation with, because I just can't do it with, I just can't handle people who are hard to talk to, like, or just not on my same wavelength. It's hard, I try, but it's not my favorite thing to do. I like to be interested in somebody. I like to be curious. I like to see, where is this gonna go? This is interesting, All right, so let's see now about intimacy. We've got emotional intimacy. How about other kinds of intimacy? With, well, this is, let's go with the Queen Sugar's deck first. This is Lover's Lane, but also Lover's Intimate Notes, as it's also called. I like to call it Lover's Lane because it makes me think of old times, pulling up in a car, overlooking someplace and making out in a car. That's what it makes me think of. Lookout point. I think I'm gonna make one called Lookout Point. Ooh, meet me in the bedroom. Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. That's very to the point, right? Take it off and come here. I haven't seen this one yet before, I think. Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. I love how your lips feel on mine. Oh, yes. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Okay, now let's get, speaking of lips, let's get a taste of honey. That one wanted to come, what was that? Oh, okay, I'll take that. I may not always have the right words, but I always look at you with loving eyes. Yes, there's love in their eyes. So I can see there that this can also be some people who already know their person. Could be couples out there. I understand how special you are, and I will do my best to show my appreciation. I love when you show love with physical touch. Yes. And you are my sweetheart. Oh, that's a good Valentine message. So, yeah, you might be one of those people who your love language is physical touch, and that is mine. So far, this pile is resonating with me. Let's get some unspoken messages. We have watching you with your karmic partner triggers me badly. Well, if this may not be true for everybody, but if there's a karmic situation, then that can be difficult and triggering. Let's see what else. Or if there's just somebody else that you might be interested in, or, you know, something like that. Or they just have a perceived idea of having to compete for you. I long for the day when I wake up next to you covered in feathers. Purposely putting myself in stagnant situations because I'm not ready. Oh, okay. I feel our energies merging together mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I like that very much. And I'm with a karmic partner out of convenience. So 2 things about karmic partners here. And, you know, it could be that there just could be some kind of lingering energy. I kind of feel like almost an excuse energy, like maybe there's not even anybody there, you know, maybe like, maybe you give the aura of being taken, but you're really not because you're not ready yet, you know? So like you could be kind of having that energy, or they could. And, you know, that's okay. Maybe it's just going to take a little time to resolve all of that. You know, there's insecurities. So sometimes when these cards come out, they're just like, they show 2 sides of the story, you know, your happy side, your 5D, your authentic self, and then your shadowy side and your insecurities and doubts and stuff like that. Let's get some love lyrics. So here we have Enchanted Kiss. We have, all of my regret will wash away somehow. I may not be with you, but You've got to hold on, okay? You're the one thing I can't get enough of. You're the one thing I can't get enough of. All right, let's get some hugs. Enchanted embrace. Well, we've got, I can't help falling in love with you. Wise men say, only fools rush in. I would be honored to meet you. What song is that from? I don't know. So let's top it off with some divine love message here. Something nice. I think this was pretty nice and pretty honest, you know, at both sides of this situation. You are so radiant, you shine like the brightest star. I choose to spend the rest of my life with you. Nice. So there is, you know, a choice here and a possible engagement. And so it's just a matter of working out these insecurities and fears and things. But I think, I feel like it's leading towards that. It feels like it's leading towards, well, let's just check. Let's just see what is coming next in your love life. Oh, a lot. Oh, you got a little bit of a time apart. Maybe that's what you're experiencing right now. Maybe you're getting over that. Ooh, and disguise. There's some elements of this relationship that are hidden, but I'm also sensing a possible party or like a masquerade ball, you know, something where you'll be able to get together and dress up. What is coming into the future? It could be a Valentine's ball. I know that I was, well, not officially invited, but I was given a link to a speed dating thing, and it was a masquerade speed dating thing. So I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I'm not sure. And you have unexpected connection coming up. So opposites attract. Very nice. So if you're not with somebody, you may consider something like that. Something different for Valentine's Day. So let's see if you're still thinking about your person of interest and you still like, tell me more about this engagement stuff. Let's see what they're thinking about you or feeling, how they feel about you, themselves, and the connection. Oh, they feel a little left out. So it's because the distance is bothering them. What else? Ooh, they feel like they're your divine masculine. I am your counterpart. I feel complete when I'm with you. You're the missing piece and we travel our life path together. And they feel confident, feeling good in my skin and good about us as a couple. So that's really great. Like, so I sure hope that you achieve whatever you need to achieve to be able to make this real, because it feels like a lot of positive potential here. So let's get some charms. We've got Belle. We've got, oh look, the divine masculine and the divine feminine unicorns. So that's like the highest you can get in my little charms, I think. That's the highest evolution, the highest level. And we have Love, the love angel. Let's see if I can. Yes. And the castle, which means happily ever after, like living in your castle together. We have O for orgasms. And we have the fishy, which is abundance. And also being together will create a good money situation as well. We have Rapunzel and Belle. So these could be some of the things that you, as the feminine, or if you're not the feminine, your feminine person needs to embody. The Rapunzel is like being her own hero and getting out of the castle, and Belle is about entering the room with love. Like always, it's always like facing things with love in the heart, and that's the best way to get through it. So I hope you like that. Thumbs up if you like that. Feel free to comment below. Please subscribe if you're new, and just check your subscription. I really appreciate it. It's like, I don't know why, but my subscriptions have been going down, and I know that that doesn't make sense to me in the big picture. So if you could help me, just check your subscription and see if that it's still clicked on. Also, click the bell for notifications, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. And consider, those of you out there, consider becoming a member. Membership's really affordable, and you get a lot of good perks that go with it. All right, I'm going to move to pile number 3, or pile number 1. Will you come with me? And you picked pile number 3. All right, so we're going to get a little energy, background information about your person and the situation with some Disney Princess Lenormand. First, let's see. What do the princesses want to say? They're always so smart. So we got Damsel, which represents the divine feminine. There is mystery here. And there is chat. So there could be some kind of mysterious way that you communicate, or the chatting, you talking to each other will finally clear up the mystery that there is. Let's get one more. Ooh, a handsome stranger. So for a lot of you, you may not even know this person yet. They're coming through. Sleuth. So it could be a secret admirer, or somebody that's just checking you out, or that you're checking them out. Like, yeah, it's just like figuring things out here. So let me use my old school tarot, the one that had the iridescent top and the different pictures, some different pictures, some same, to see who this could be or what else we need to know. Oh, wow, the sun. That's really good. The sun. Oh, the sun and the moon. This could be somebody who uses endearments like you are the sun and the moon. Or you could be like a yin-yang together. One of you could identify as the sun and the other as the moon. And that's the way you feel connected to each other somehow that way. But, you know, they are connected. The moon reflects the sun. The sun is super bright. The moon also is a bit mysterious as well, but the sun is clarity. So it's like the information will be clear soon. And we have the 7 of Pentacles. So I feel like as long as you keep tending to your situation, you'll find out soon enough who this is. It could be somebody that you know through work, maybe. Let's see. What's this? It's like the half flippers. Oh, the magician is here. All right, so that represents Geminis, and it could be, it's getting really bright, so I had to, I'm just always adjusting my phone. And the light is shifting now from overhead to the west window. Mostly I get the light from my south window, and then it shifts into my west window. So you've got the western light. Also, you got the Knight of Pentacles. He's like slow and steady wins the race. But this guy is determined, and this guy is also somebody who is stable and wants to make a commitment. So that's good. It's not. It's this manifesting, this powerful person with many tools at hand. It could be someone a little older, maybe not. I mean, the magician doesn't have to be old. He just represents wisdom, and he represents skill. And yeah, this is a very skillful person, somebody very good at work too. And maybe you marry each other in how hard you work and how good you are at work, and maybe also marry each other on how important you see a commitment here. So let's see with the Lenormand, the Cherry Enchantress Lenormand. Got a little bit brighter. Keeps getting brighter and brighter. That moon is really glowing, so it could be that you meet on a crescent moon, you meet the full moon or the new moon are important days. Next big moon cycle is February 12th. There is a little bit of mystery, but nothing to be afraid of. And we have the mice. So my mice are actually quite nice. They're kind of like this energy of putting on a surprise party. You know how when Cinderella, she's all worn out, she's been working all day, and all she really wants to do is go to the ball, and she barely has any time to make her dress. But while she was working, so were the mice. They were helping her fix her dress for her behind the scenes. So this kind of represents behind the scenes help that you may not realize somebody's helping you. It could be spirit, it could be the angels, it could be fairies, it could be something like that. It also could be that sometimes the mice has to do with something kind of like coming down in order to build something up. A little bit different than tower. It's not like so drastic. Sometimes it's something gnawing on your mind, something that you have to address. So if there's something like that going on, definitely address things. I feel the work energy between the two people here. So somebody might have to delegate, and I feel like, that's the other thing I see. If you two come together, you'll be able to help each other out with responsibilities. It won't be all on one of you. You'll be able to share responsibilities. So that's another thing I was hearing. Let's see what else. There is the main lady, the fairy. So that represents the querent, or, the person of interest. And like I was saying, fairies could be helping you. And there's the fairy that popped up that's helping you. There is a mountain here. Mountains can represent scenery, so someplace to see that's beautiful and mountainous, and also can represent obstacles and sometimes trying to figure out what's the best way to go about something. And the best way isn't always just like straight ahead and over the mountain. Sometimes the best way is getting a boat and swimming around the mountain. Like there's options here, and it's not always, it doesn't have to be so scary and so big. Like don't make a mountain out of a molehill. It's like it could be addressed in steps, baby steps, and maybe it's not such a challenge as it appears, at least as it appears right now. I feel like it's possible that the situation could clear up and you could see an easier path forward. All right, so let's now get some messages. I think it's interesting that we have the fairy and the damsel, which represent the divine feminine, but we also have the handsome stranger, which could be the masculine showing up, so that sun moon energy coming through right there. So let's see what your messages are. Oh wait, actually, before we look into messages, let's see what the forecast is. What's coming, what is in the future. Okay, so it is winter, yes. Oh, and love awakens this winter. Very nice. So love awakens is it's kind of like a Sleeping Beauty story in reverse. I'm going to show you with my handy dandy book. what it means. So the divine masculine is waking up with the divine feminine's help and great example. And this card shows a kind of Sleeping Beauty fairy tale in reverse, where the hero is the feminine and she helps the masculine to wake up to his new self. And then winter, it represents when something is going to happen. Like this whole book is about when things are going to happen. It is the forecast. It is the timing booklet that I made a long time ago because I was trying to answer the question of when so much, and then the Lenormand became my answering the when as well, and that came out really good with the Astounding Pixies Lenormand. And now I have my own Lenormand that I can get more when answers. But with winter, this is the season to hibernate and get cozy, and it's the perfect time to retreat and reflect, and it's a time to explore dark side or shadow self. And established relationships feel safe, so if you're already in a situation, don't even worry about it. Everything's fine, everything's safe. But also new love could explore sides that you need to face, and love heals all. So very nice. All right, so now let's get into messages. Let's go with the Love Tarot first. All right, we have unblock me. I miss you and I want to connect. Please unblock me literally or energetically so we can speak. I have a lot to say. Or it could just be, like the whole unblocking thing seems so symbolic, it seems like a punishment. And if somebody unblocks somebody else, it's like allowing freedom where there wasn't freedom before, and it makes a person feel more ease. Whereas if there's a block, it feels like there's not a natural flow of things, and it feels like a constraint. But at the same time, if you're dealing with a situation where there's supposed to be a constraint, then there you go. Blocks mean constraint, like handcuffs. Having a block can also be a form of protection, and can also be a form of control, and a person keeping their own types of boundaries. So I don't know, it's hard to see. For me, it's kind of hard to see all the sides. Well, maybe it's not. It's easy for me to see the sides of it, although I prefer complete freedom when it comes to situationships. But let's see what else. I mean, if you're... Okay, there can be people out there like that just don't listen. You tell them over and over and over again, I'm not interested, or I'm busy, or I have a boyfriend, or I'm not feeling it, or, that was the past, today's different, I'm a different person, I'm not that anymore, I don't want to do those things that I used to do, I'm just not that person anymore. And if they don't get it, then you might have to block them in order to keep them from bothering you, like you just sometimes just need that peace. So I've been in that position before. And sometimes people just don't get it. Okay, somebody misses you. I miss you. I wish things were different. But I feel like, too, sometimes it just takes time. Time after a bit of a block can result in seeing people for who they really are in the now. And then something can start fresh, possibly, for some people. And maybe not. Just depends. But I feel like in relationships, you always should take the person as they are right now, and not think about what they were. See them as they are now. All right, I feel like two energies here. I feel like a nice person, and I feel like this pestering person. There is somebody who is gaslighting you. I have been lying to you and gaslighting you. You weren't crazy. You were right. It just wasn't strong enough to admit it. This is very weird. And then I have an it's on. I see you looking good and moving on. I don't care who you're talking to. I'm better. I will compete for you. This is a pestering energy coming through over here, I think. There's two people maybe fighting for you. A good person who's kind of quiet, and then a not so good person who's kind of loud. Let's see. The future. I daydream about our future together, going on adventures and growing old together. I want it all. I think that's the good guy or girl. All right. Well, that's interesting. Let's see what else we get. Let's see. It's almost like I don't want to get the creepy. So let's get a little taste of honey. I have me and you time is my favorite time. Okay. I'm going to say these are good. This is the good guy. Because this is the feminine trying to wake up the masculine. Where should our next adventure be? See, that's a nice way of putting it. And I trust you with my heart. Okay, that's really good. So that's a healthy person who says things like that. So let's see what else. Let's go to the Lover's Lane intimate notes. Now, controlling is a weird thing. It's like blocking, unblocking, blocking, unblocking. That's like control issues, playing games. I feel like there was somebody that was playing games over here. So don't worry. It's going to be okay. I think this good person's rising to the surface. I think about loving your body from top to bottom 24/7. This scene sounds kind of creepy, but I don't know. It could be a good guy. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. No, I think it's sweet. It's sweet. This whole deck is kind of sexy, so I'm not, don't expect it to be pure, and that pure is good, better than not pure. From the good guy. I would like a message from the good guy, please. Spirit, bring me a message. Tell me what you want to do to me. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And I want you, and nothing is going to change my mind. All right. Not even creepy guy that's bugging you. Okay, let's see what the unspoken messages are. From the good guy, please. From the good guy. Because we want to know what the good guy's thinking. Good guy, what are your messages that you want to say that you're afraid to say out loud? That's a lot. Okay, there's a lot. Ooh. My beloved twin flame, I'm coming home. Wow. Slowly discovering the puzzle pieces of your secret dark side. Okay. When we first kissed, I felt tingles that activated my DNA of our past lives together. I want to see you focus on yourself instead of me. Okay. This one's hard to read. I tried to erase you from my mind, but all I got was depressed. This one's hard to see, so we'll just not put that one on. No matter the time, place, or circumstance, although it may twist and turn, our red string cannot be broken. Right. All right. And now let's get some love messages. First, let's go with the Enchanted Kiss. We have Believe and you will find your way. A promise lives within you now. I hear you whisper in my own mind, will it ever change? Let's see, one more. Okay. Want to vanish inside your kiss. Every day I love you more and more. I think I'm going to sing this song. Listen to my heart. Can you hear it sing? Yeah, so it's very romantic. All right, let's get some Enchanted Embrace. Telling me to give you everything. Winter may come. Something. Winter to spring. But I love you till my dying day. All right, we've got I could get lost in your eyes. There's this feeling of vanishing into your kiss, getting lost in your eyes. It's very romantic. And our journey is a never-ending story. So it feels like there is like a twin flame energy here, and then like a karmic or toxic interest person that could have been blocked by you or by them or something like that. There could be like this other energy that you're trying to avoid, and for some reason they popped up in this reading. And so it just may be because they're very persistent, and it's important to stay in with your boundaries the way they are. Let's get a divine love message. You know what this makes me feel like? That weird, it's like when I go live and I have trolls come on and we're all like kumbaya, having a great time, being spiritual, and then suddenly somebody weird comes on and says something very weird or racist or sexual, and it just kind of, they like want to mess up the mood. They want to disrupt, and I'm not having it, I'm not having it. And my moderator's really good about stopping that. And so that's where I block people. That's in one way I do it. Because it's like, the vibe here has got to be high vibe. And so it's important to block those low vibe energies. So speaking of high vibe, we got divine love messages. What does your person want to tell you? The good one. The high vibe person. I'm afraid that I might lose you one day. That sounds like Jefferson. He always says that to Elizabeth. You have the key to my heart. Aww. Why do you love me? Because, silly, you're so amazing. I imagine what you would look like walking down the aisle. Wow. Okay, very interesting. You might be related to pile number 2, which is it was a very cheerful, more optimistic outlook. And this one seems a little like going, having to sort through things in order to get to that next level. But I feel like it's happening here. It's happening. Well, all 3 piles are like kind of sorting through things. All right, so let's see what's happening next in your love life. What's next in your love life? I'm all choked up. What's next in your love life with the romantic fairy? We have, reaching out. Somebody's going to reach out. So, yeah, expect a call or a text from your person of interest, and open your heart. Love is the highest energy of all. Very nice. Keep that heart open. I know that it's hard when you have other people messing with you, but you've stopped it, you've blocked it. Now you can keep your heart open to this good guy. And don't be afraid to be intimate with a good guy, because I think they're the perfect match for you in this way. And flames of passion ignite. There's just, when it's the right one, you're like completely like vulnerable and open to them. Ooh, very nice. So how does your person feel about you, themselves, or the situation? Ooh, they want to reach out. So that's a double message. Feel like I'd like to give you a call. The sound of your voice is irresistible. Oh, Enchanted. I'm mesmerized and amazed by your loveliness. A little anxious. Okay. I'm feeling a little like I'm losing my mind. Maybe I'm just in my head too much. So there could be that. A little bit of anxiety sometimes pops up. But that's natural, and that is like really the only thing on the good guy's side, except for his sort of quiet, mysterious energy, which makes it hard, you know, to decipher the good guys from the bad guys when the good guys are so quiet. All right. So it's important to communicate. It's important to be like, so this is what happens, you know, it's okay, it's fun to be mysterious and everything, but there's a lot of creepy guys out there that are also mysterious, and there's a lot of this fooling energy out there. There's a lot of trolling, there's a lot of spamming, and all of that kind of energy makes it difficult sometimes to trust the true guys. So true guys, please, if you hear me, just be basic and honest and call and use your real voice and your real face and do real things and meet in real places and just be very like material basic. It's past time for this mystery stuff, because mystery is too complicated in this world, in this day and age. That's my message to the mysterious guys out there. The good, mysterious good guys, okay? Let's get some charms. Disney charms. All right, we have the ducky, and the duck is, I don't know. It's like bath time, playtime. But that's a good time for you. Just enjoy your alone time. There's no couples here. Oh, well, actually there's Jack Skellington. There he is. You know what? And that, just because he looks like that doesn't mean he's a bad person. You know, Jack just had a big character arc that he had to go through. And then there's this like mating like bunnies kind of energy. And then there's Belle and Tinkerbell, like they're the bell. And they represent love and magic and pixie dust, and there's a definite magic energy right here. So and there's kind of like this creative, unusual, different kind of person. And so what if the Jacks out there feel a little different? If you're a good guy, you're a good guy. You know, you step up to the plate. These guys could be all like blonde, blue-eyed, muscles or whatever, and not be good guys. There's a difference, you know, and it doesn't have to do with appearances. It definitely has to do with attitude and a personality. All right, so I hope you guys like that. I don't know why that came out at the end. It's just frustrating. It's so frustrating. I just really want the good guys to step up. I do. So thumbs up, everybody, if you like this, and subscribe if you're new. And could you just please check your subscription? Maybe it got knocked off somehow, but I've just been losing subscribers and I don't know why, and I'd really appreciate it if you can check on that for me. And yeah, so thank you so much, and please share this with other people so that I can get more subscribers and reach more people. I mean, it feels good, it feels like that I'm doing this and that people are like enjoying it and stuff. And when I see subscribers unsubscribing, or when I see those numbers going down, I feel like, is my work important? But I know it is. In the comment section, I hear it all the time that you guys care about me, and you really like this. So yeah, I appreciate it. All of you out there, those of you who don't comment, or those of you who are watching and you're not sure if you're subscribed or not, please go check on that. Thank you so much, and I'll see you at the next reading. Faith, Just a Pixie Dust.